welcome to the City Show. Pat O Melia here. You there? Well, I do this because you're there. In a new time. Yes. My ever-present cup of coffee. Yes, we're in a new time, 6 o'clock now on Comcast and Optimum. I think it works better for the show on cable. You know, still be able to watch it anytime you want on live stream and YouTube and Facebook and all. But I think the 6 o'clock time slot works good. We have a lot of our shows in the past at 6 o'clock. So we'll see how this goes. More and more people are going to the streaming. You know, the cord cutting. You know, people, there isn't any real destination TV, and I am certainly not destination TV. So people are just watching when they want to watch. So that's the great thing about the streaming channels. And on live stream and all, you can watch whenever you want. Remember, a live stream, I think we got one small payment to make, and we're good for the year with live stream, Vimeo. Don't forget to download the Vimeo app. We archive all our shows there. It's a step up better than YouTube, but we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all them things John has on the bottom of the screen. So, new time. A little later, you can give me some dinner. Interesting. You're going to probably read a story this week in the Jersey Journal about the state deciding that your paper boy or paper girl or paper guy or paper gal who delivers your paper in the morning is now an employee instead of being a freelancer or a contractor. That's the state is out just for a full-out money grab. They did the same thing with truck drivers, Uber drivers, nannies, I think dog walkers, any of those gig jobs. The state wants them to be employees. Studio personnel, I used to bring in kids all the time to work, and they would be freelancers. It's the basic backbone of television and movie production is freelancers. It'll be interesting to see how these big studios that we're building in Jersey City and Bayonne and in Newark are going to work when the state wants everybody to be an actual employee of the company instead of, as it is in the television and movie production business, freelancers. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Jersey City Ford, certified parts and service located at Route 440 and Communipaw Ave, is your #1 source for Ford and Lincoln automotive needs. We use certified Ford Motorcraft products to keep your Ford running in top shape. Motorcraft parts are backed with the Ford warranty, which includes a 2-year unlimited mileage guarantee. Our team will have the right Motorcraft part to ensure the best performance from your Ford or Lincoln. You can order in person at the parts counter or online. Let us help keep your Ford or Lincoln in the best shape at Stevens Jersey City Ford.
Growing up can be tough on kids. So much is going on in the world that can trigger depression, anxiety, substance use, or acting out. Sometimes parents or friends just don't understand or can't relate, and the emotional distance becomes hard to bridge. We all know kids can have bad days, but trauma and life-changing events can have a lasting negative impact. Atypical or unusual behaviors that continue for more than 6 months could indicate a need for help. Don't wait. For real-time support, resources, or de-escalation counseling, call New Jersey's Children's System of Care. It's the state's low or no-cost behavioral health system for all kids up to age 21. CSOC provides free, coordinated access to mental health supports, substance use treatment, and services for intellectual or developmental disabilities. Call now, 1-877-652-7624. That's 1-877-652-7624.
We're back. City Show, Pat O Melia here. You guys watching Jersey Line? If you watched the Thursday night game with the quarterback Tua, that was a frightening situation with the neural injury when he hit his head, and he didn't hit his head that hard. But he had a concussion probably from the week before. So there's a bunch of protocols that are going to be changing in the NFL. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the Journal Square Renaissance that is occurring up there. Is it good? Is it bad? We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about the 14th Street Viaduct in Hoboken, about bike lanes. Mayor and State Senator Brian Stack has sent a letter supporting the bike lanes on the 14th Street Viaduct. But I take exception to some of the reasoning that my buddy Brian Stack utilizes there. And we're going to do quick hits. We got an Iron fundraiser we're going to start. Hopefully we'll start a Jersey City Board of Ed debate, a Hudson County Fair, all that coming up. But first things first. Journal Square Renaissance. I'm lifelong Jersey City. Been here all my life. I've seen Journal Square in its heyday. In this before my time, it was the mecca of Jersey City. Everything started and stopped on Journal Square. Every date you had, it started and it stopped on Journal Square. Whether it was in one of the four theaters up there, the Stanley, the Lowe's, the State, and the Picks. Everybody forgets the Picks down the street. The Canton was the place you took if you had a little money, you went to the Canton. If you didn't, maybe you went to the Griddle. But everything started and stopped on Journal Square. Journal Square at that time was an economic engine for Jersey City. It was the financial center of Jersey City. Every store was up there. Woolworths, Jan Fields, Taylor, Charles Shop, you name it, they were up there. Liquor stores, everything was there. If you needed to get something, you went to Journal Square. It was like an outdoor mall. Then we destroyed Journal Square. That happened with the Path Center on Journal Square. That is what the Port Authority gave Jersey City because of the World Trade Center. That's what they gave the state. The World Trade Center, the original one, the Twin Towers, would be built in New York, and we got the Path Center on the square. That crushed Journal Square. Took out a tremendous amount of stores, did away with the concourse, the tubes, the alleyway where the tube bar was. And the main thing that it did to destroy Journal Square, it took the foot traffic off the square. If you look at any old pictures of Journal Square, you used to see all the buses across from the Lowe's. I mean, the buses and the taxis, cabs were there, and you'd see, any given time, 20, 30 buses. You got, and at that time, we worked in Jersey City. Most people worked on Journal Square. And you took the bus. That's why we have no bus service anymore, because nobody works here anymore. But if you look at the old pictures of Journal Square, there are a lot of buses. Well, we took those buses off the street, and we put it in the path. So when you got off to the path in the old days, you walked up, you took the escalator to the concourse, you came out of the concourse, you passed a bunch of stores, you probably stopped, maybe you bought something on Journal Square, then you got on the bus. But now we did away with that. Things are changing. Is it for the better? That's questionable. You got Journal Square 1, where the hotel on the square site was. That is under construction. You got Pompidou. Interesting what the future of that will be. You got the Jersey Journal building all transformed. You got the ADP building. That has been completely renovated. You got the Square Ramp C.H. Martin project that's coming. Let's take it one at a time. The problem is, with the One Journal Square and Pompidou, that's all dependent upon the path. That is going to be a problem. And what's going to happen with One Journal Square, they'll have ground floor retail, and the rest will be residential. Where Journal Square at one time was an economic engine, it's basically becoming a neighborhood. And it will be a lot of residential. I don't know how many units of residential, but no, what's not coming be any schools for those numerous thousand, at least 1,000, maybe 1,500 units of housing. No schools. Pompidou, that's a real dice, throw the dice there by Mayor Fulop. That's really jewelry for Journal Square. Actually, I should use that hand with the jewelry. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Like One Journal Square, it's going to be dependent upon the path. And the problem with the path is that it's already packed now. Even though they're adding 2 trains to it, it is still packed. And it will be packed by the time it gets to Journal Square, and it'll be packed by the time it gets to Pavonia and Exchange Place. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Pompidou, especially since there will be no parking. The Square Ramp. and the C.H. Martin will all become part of another development on Journal Square, right alongside of the Lowe's. That'll have ground floor retail, of course, no parking, and, of course, no schools. But you'll have a lot of apartments that you can rent there. ADP building is completely renovated now, and it is leasing. You got Inglewood Hospital is in there. ADP building is right across from the Stanley Theater. We have high hopes of that. At least there will be jobs in that building. In the rest of these complexes, there's no jobs attached outside of the retail. The old Jersey Journal building is going to have ground floor retail, and you'll have residential units above that, again, with no school and probably no parking. And the Lowe's Theater is under renovations. And I have real concerns about the future of the Lowe's Theater at the rate that how they're renovating it. What you're going to have is a very limited stage, a very limited theater when it's done. Basically, it will be able to do rock concerts. It will be a mosh pit. It'll have a very limited stage capability and a lot of bars. So we've got to get, now I spoke to Mayor Fulop on this. He wants to see a Brooklyn Kings on Journal Square. And that's what we all should want to say. All right, we're going to break the commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care.
The latest clinical trials.
Researchers working to find a cure. And nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
This thing rips! Oh, it is so quick. There's a lot of punch packed into this Bronco Sport. It's got a ton of horsepower. I love it. All right, now we're getting hairy. Now we're getting the fun stuff. Yeah. I like how we can get over or around almost anything.
Yeah, I dig your ride. I super dig it. It's gonna be a good day.
We're back. Pat O'Melia here. You there? End of the summer, into the fall season. Don't forget, if you're in the Seaside Heights area, they got a great Columbus Day festival they do down in Seaside Heights, starting the Friday before Columbus Day. I think that's Friday the 8th, I think. And it goes through Sunday, culminating with a big Ocean County parade. You can take a ride down. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. Food, dancing, singing, stands, all that stuff. And the boardwalk is also open. Last week, Mayor Stack sent a letter to County Exec Thomas DeGeese at the County of Hudson for his support of installing protected bike lanes on the 14th Street Viaduct. If you've ever been up and down the 14th Street Viaduct, it was recently renovated. You know, Tom DeGeese has done a tremendous job with roads and parks here, and they renovated the viaduct. But they never included a bike lane. Bike lanes weren't the thing when that was designed for renovation. And I think it would be very difficult to have one and a sidewalk at the same time. I don't know how many people are walking up and down the viaduct. Yeah, we put sidewalks there, so I guess there are. Yeah, I go to the shop right there from the Heights. That's where we go food shopping. Occasionally, I'll see people on the sidewalk, maybe walking a bike down there. But I'm not in Hoboken that much, so I don't know how much it is utilized, the sidewalk. If we were to put a bike lane in there on each side, that could become a real tight squeeze. Now, I'm not against bike use. I know the bike group, Bike JC, and they think I'm the bad guy here. I'm not against it. What I'm really against is the infrastructure that we use your tax dollars for and a lot of my gas tax for to install them. We're painting the green things, and we're putting Jersey bumps in there for protected, and we're painting the lines, and they're really questionably are these bike lanes going anywhere? And the thing is, are they utilized enough? Now, you and I, we all have eyes. I think I got that in my notes here somewhere. We don't see that. I don't see it. You don't see it. Now, I know it's warm and fuzzy to say, ooh, bike lanes. Yeah, last Thursday, I'm going down to Bywise Auto Parts. I'm working on an Oldsmobile that a friend of mine sold me. It's got 31,000 miles on it. I wasn't looking for a car, but 31,000 miles. I really need a four-wheel drive car. This is front-wheel drive. Car's 29 years old, by the way, but it's got 31,000 miles. Things like brand new. I just changed the oil on it recently and did some repairs. I'm under there looking like, this car's like new. But I want to change the hoses, all the rubber on it, because the car is 29 years old. I'm going to Bywise Auto Parts. If you're buying auto parts from anywhere else, you're kidding yourself. Far cheaper than, AutoZone or Pep Boys. And the guys at the counter, they know everything about parts. Now, I'm riding down here with my wife. We're going down, and you're passing the bike lanes. We're passing, in a lot of cases, the green one. My wife actually turned around to me and says, does anyone utilize these bike lanes? And I said, not too often. And it's really something that we did once. I put the GoPro on my dashboard and we rode around, and I think we seen one bike that day when I was going down to City Hall. I'm going to start using that GoPro. I think I'll take a day, maybe 2 days each week, just to ride around where we know where their bike lanes are and see just how utilized these bike lanes really are. I'll talk Bergen line, Bergen Avenue in Jersey City going into Journal Square, Montgomery Street. We were going down Montgomery Street with my wife, and we were like, nobody on these green lanes. Just to show how underutilized these are. And again, I'm not against bike use, but I have a problem squeezing these city streets to fit in bike lanes when there's nobody on the bike lanes. It'll be interesting to see what happens as winter comes along, where you got to clean these bike lanes. The other thing on Montgomery Street, they weren't too clean. Interesting, in Stack's letter is those old, outdated talking points from the bike people. It'll reduce car pollution, and it'll help people be healthier by riding a bike. Well, a couple of things with those. And Brian Stack, a friend of mine, big Brian Stack band here. First off, cars are so much cleaner than they used to be. Every year, they get cleaner and cleaner. It's not like it was in the 60s and 70s. And I'm going to take some of the credit. My generation did more to clean up this planet than any other generation before it. And I spoke about this numerous times. What Jersey City looked like in the 60s, in my childhood, in the 70s, it doesn't look anything like that now. And it was my generation to clean up your waterways. My generation that gave you Liberty State Park and all the open space. The United States and Jersey City and Hudson County are probably the cleanest country in the world. If we went emission neutral, carbon neutral today, it wouldn't even affect globally because of Russia and India and China. We got to stop kidding ourselves. But the thing is, with the pollution, again, today's cars burn so much cleaner than like my old 64 Dodge. Plus, about 15% of the cars on the road now are EVs or hybrid. I always call them hybrids. And the other thing is, a lot of these bikes now are e-bikes, and that's something we need to look at because they are now scourges. I know in Jersey City they're a scourge everywhere. And unlike bikes, where cars, about 15% are EV or hybrid, the e-bikes are probably about 75%. So the argument of lack of pollution and the health is old talking points. I'm not a traffic engineer, but to squeeze that viaduct, to squeeze in bike lanes could be dangerous because a lot of the equipment, or probably all your heavy equipment, buses, tractor trailers, straight jobs, dump trucks, are 102 inches wide. Again, the pollution and the health, that's debatable if that's even a legitimate argument anymore. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians, a partnership with Rutgers Health, The latest technology and medical advancements and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
We're back, City Show. Pat O Melia here. You there? You there? Let me have a sip of my coffee. I got to say this part before I get into quick hits because it drives the bike people crazy. Again, I'm not against bikes. I used to ride bikes all the time. Me and my friends rode bikes all over Jersey City and Hudson County until we got cars. And we got cars at a very younger age than they are today. I had my first car when I was like 13. Me, Al P. Robbie, Mikey Evans and all that. We all had cars at a very young age. The bottom line with the bike lanes is bikes are not a practical mode of 24/7, 365 transportation. You're not riding the bikes in the snow. You're not riding it in the ice. You're not riding it in the cold. You're not riding in the rain. And you're not riding in the heat. I would leave that there. I would leave that for you to make your own decisions. Quick hits. I just wanted to put that not a practical mode in there because it just drives Bike JC crazy. All right, quick hits. Of course, you're well aware of the devastating hurricane that hit our southern East Coast neighbors, Florida, the Carolinas. It was bad down there. It was probably one of the worst ones Florida has ever hit, probably since Charlie, I think. They need help, and as you recall, when we got hit with Sandy, we needed the help. So what I'm going to do, I think the last one we did was Florence, Hurricane Florence, we helped. I'm talking to the Red Cross now about doing a fundraiser like we did before in the studio. I don't know if we'll utilize both studios. I was talking to some of my old guys, if you can come in and work out of the Seaside studio, but we'll definitely use the North Bergen studio. Figure I'll do something for like 3 hours. All my studio hosts will be involved. We'll grab everybody we can to make this work, but it's most important is we grab you. And if you can donate $5, $10 to help the people, please do. I'll keep you posted. Watch our Twitter feeds and our Instagram, and we'll keep you up to date with that. The dates I'm looking at for this is probably the 7th. That is probably too soon, more than likely the 11th, where we can get everybody together. I talked to the governor. I was texting with Rob Menendez Jr., Mayor Fulop, and Mayor Sacco. It looks like we can put together a good group. We'll probably let each host do, a half hour of their own. Maybe let them book their own guests. But the most important thing is we book you. Hopefully we entertain you. We do some funny things. You know what? I think I'll reach out for Joe Coco. He was in Many Saints of Newark and North Bergen guy. All that stuff's coming. Pay attention to our feeds. Jersey City Board of Education. With $1 million budget coming, you need to make an educated vote in this next Board of Education. Nobody has done and produced more debates in Jersey City, Hudson County than me. Televised debates. Actually, it's not even close with the televised debate. I've agreed to do one on October the 27th. The trick here is there's 3 candidate tickets. Well, the main tickets, there's the ones endorsed by the Jersey City Board of Education and the union. Then there's the third ticket, and there's 2 independents. I have 6 podiums. I have capabilities for 5 cameras. I can handle the mic, so we got 6 candidates, and we got a moderator, John Highness, from Hudson County View Live, one of our productions. I've got to fit 8 candidates into 6 podiums, and we'll manipulate the cameras. The cameras aren't the biggest deal. What I'll probably do, we'll have the 2 independents and the 2 3-person tickets. Probably the 2 3-person tickets will rotate, because it'll be an hour and a half debate. We'll rotate one of those members out. So they'll between the 3-person ticket, all 3 of them will participate probably every half hour or rotate 1 hour, whatever. It'll be like a team. It'll be like a team effort with those 2 tickets and the 2 independents. Yeah, basically I'm trying to fit 8 into 6. All the other choice was do 2 debates, and then who do we do the 2 debates with? Do we do 1 debate with the 2 3-people tickets and then bring the 2 independents in, or do we invite 2 people from the 3 tickets and the 2? We'll bring them all in, the 2 3-ticket groups. They'll rotate at the 2 podiums, and we'll have the independents. We'll make it work. You'll get the information that you need to make an educated choice on Election Day, this November the 8th. And like I said, we got a huge, monstrous budget coming up. We will blow by the $1 billion budget. So listen, it affects you. It affects your property taxes. If you're a renter, it goes right to your rent. As I know, we just got hit with, in the last 2 years, about $2,400 in school taxes. That went right to your rent. Went right to the property taxes. The landlord's going to pass it along. You're going to pay it. So everybody's got skin in this game. So we got to find out the facts. I've argued about this Board of Education for quite a while. On a positive side, in Hudson County, in North Bergen, there was the 7th annual North Bergen Fair. It's right at Braddock Park and Bergen Line Avenue. It goes from the 30th of September to October the 10th. It's rides, it's games, it's food, it's music. It's all around family fun, and it runs forever. Like I said, from the 30th of September to October the 10th. So you got time. If the weather's bad one day, you can go to the next. Game's a chance. All of that's going on. So take the wife, take the kid, take the hubby, take grandma, grandpa. Go up there. There's ample parking up there at that section of North Bergen. I'm out of time. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.